Hi. What a nightmare. I keep trying to get my husband here to sort out my things, and obviously we have a difference of opinion on how things go. But here I am. I'll try again. So today's card is, as I said, we are having a funny looking one. So I am crossing. Okay, we're using Merriest Meadows stamps and dies. Racing by. I don't know why I did this. I feel like I need to start singing "She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes." Yeah. He's the worst card in town I think I've ever made. He's so funny. My grandkid will love it. Oh my god, is that so funny? So from there it looks as boring as batshit, and the car comes up and drops all these presents under the tree. And we've got a little writing on the back of it. And just to top it off, we've got a nice old envelope with the racing car again. So please come on and tell me I'm an idiot. I know. Oh my god, I am just la sometimes. So I've used the Racing by the Merriest Meadows, these stamps. Now I watched a lady, a lot of people have been doing shadings and all of this, so I thought I'll find out. So I watched this lady, and forgot to write her name down. No, Glenda Mollett. And she did this blending and water, and we'll do a little bit of it. I won't do a lot. So I had a girlfriend over and we thought we'd do some practice, but I'd ordered the stamps, the Merriest, but I'd forgot to get the dies, so we ended up using the Forever Trees, and we did this one. So maybe after the fact that this looks tacky, doesn't it? It's funny for a kid. Come on, give me a break. So there's two cards with the same style of colour, and let's get cracking, eh? Oh, it's so funny. So we are using the water fluid paper, which is this, and there's going to be a lot of mess and moving in this card, I can tell you now. Oh look, there's the other presents. I did stamp out a few little things extra because it is going to take a little bit to show this to you. I do have one tree that I've already done, so we'll do it. So with this, we're on our glass trays, and I've used Mossy Meadow. Now, give me one sec. I thought I was all ready. I should have pushed. I told you this is going to get messy. I don't think I've got enough drawers or spots to put everything at the moment. So I am using, and what she did use was her ink, you know, your ink refills. So I've got Mossy Meadow. I'm not going to actually use this stamp here. So I'm using Mossy Meadow and Garden Green. And you could put a bit of the Pretty Peacock, which I put in, but I actually like the two greens better on this one. So, put those over there, I think. And so what we're going to do is just put a little green dot in there. It's already got a bit of water on there. Okay. And the Mossy, this is the Mossy Meadow, we'll put that one over here. Alright, and with our water stick we'll just add just a little bit more water, get that a nice bit of, there you go. And I washed all my brushes, not this one, but look at this, it's taken me weeks to get, a whole week to keep washing them, and I'm still at that. So if anyone comes on and knows how to clean these brushes properly, I'd be rapt. I've washed them and washed them. So I will start with the dark one first, okay, and we're just going to bring it along the bottom there. Alright, and now we're just going to use a bit of the other one, and I think I've called one the dark one and one's not, so I'm going to do just a little bit more of that. I think that's garden green. I think I definitely need a bit more. Underestimated my, oh, and you'll all come out with bright fingers. Okay, I hope I didn't mix those up. And just a little bit more water. We are going to dry this with a cloth, so, oh my goodness, is that the right one? That's the mossy. I'll just do that up there, but okay, and fill this one in here. Oh, who's giving me a message? It says I'm going to start my live, but I'm going to be way behind today. They'll be watching it late. I suppose they're getting quite used to me now that I've been making all these mistakes. But I think my band comes up today, so that's really nice. I can get onto that. Okay. So keep going, and you want it to be a bit dark because it's going to have a nice colour, and there will be some left over you can use to do, so back to mossy. I really do want mossy a little bit lighter just to give it that contrast. Okay. Alright, so as you can see, you're going to put a bit more garden green in there. You can see that the brushes suck up a lot of it, because when I was cleaning them, the amount of green in there was amazing. Okay. Okay. A little bit more mossy. I'm going to worry too much about that because I'm only going to give a little bit there, have it a bit lighter, and we're going to top this up with the last of that. Alright, so let's go around these bottoms. I'm going to put that aside. We'll clean all that later. And I'm going to drop that on the floor. Alright, let me get a wipe and clean up my bench. That's the good thing about this glass tray. It's so good. You can even clean up the dots you left last time. Now, what we do with this is we now get the water pen and just tap a few, hold on, I'll just get a bit of water into it, and tap a few little dots around it. Okay, you see that? It's quite a bit, and you'll see it come up in the tree. See how it's shaded a bit in and out? That's from there. Now, with a little bit of white, did I have it in that one? Let me have a look here. If I forget here, it's white. Bring back my tray. Oh, actually, I'm going to put it on here because I can. So this is your, I don't want too much, this is your basic white for your ink, from your ink pads. Yes, stamping ink from there. Alright, we'll drop a little bit of onto here. Alright, and I might just use that. Okay, you see that? Okay, that's enough. That's all we need to do. So I'm going to drop that down. I'll probably use a little bit much white. Okay. Get all that off because we don't want that on. And I'm going to use my cloth I've got down here and just dry that off. Alright, so next we're just going to get our drying tool. Okay. And we're just going to dry that off. See how it's, I don't know if you can see it, sort of comes away. And because this is water fluid, it won't hurt it. See the little dots sink into it. Right, and I'm just going to give it a little at the back. Curls it up a little bit, but we just go back on here again and flatten it all out. Okay, now what we're going to have to do with that is just leave it for a few minutes to really dry. Oh, it's looking pretty good, to be honest. Right, so what I'd like to do is just put a few of these things away. I'm sitting them over here so I can get them. Alright, so we've done our fluid. Now, with the tree, I've cut one out here to show you. So we're going to layer it. We're going to cut it out and cut. So it doesn't actually cut like that. I thought when the dies came, I thought you just use, each piece came out, but it doesn't. So what we have to do is do one tree. So we start with the biggest, and then we bring all the rest out. Two. How many do we have? Pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, told ya, 5. Okay, and I'm going to just grab my boss, little boss, because I think we can do it in there. So all I'm going to do is see, so this will give you all the shapes of your tree. So I'm just going to put him down here, and I will cut in half, which means that later I won't have the other one to do. So this is going to take a few minutes, so bear with me. In. Now we will have to use tape here because I use my mat, my magnetic mat. I've got an old one from Stampin' Up that I can still make work, but on here I can't. So I'm going to go straight through on here. Alright, here we go. And then that comes out, and we take that, right, and that's our main tree. So now what we're going to do is take our second tree, and we're going to go put it across the top. You can see what I'm doing here, and we're going to tape that down. Alright, I'm going to go back. That's 1, 2. So now we've got 2. Take that off. And we keep this piece. Where's our original? Okay, so that's 2. Yeah. So we've done 1, we've done 2. Now we're going to do number 3. And again, got to get my tape off there. Now we're going to put number 3 up here. All right. And we're going back the other way again. Oh, my screens are going along. Alright, we've got 1 more. Guys, just hold on in. So there's our second. And take that off. Now I've got a little bit of my tape on there I'll need to get off. Because we've still got 2 more. Just get my pick tool. I've got a little bit of the tape over sitting on the here. Right, now we're going to take this one. It's a whole lot of cutting, isn't it? Put that back on. Off we go again. Right, now we've got number 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So little old 5, you're not going to have much room for him. So this is number 5. And got to hold your tongue right. Probably need another bit of sticky, but that might get us through. And this is our last one. How's that? So now we could do it all over again, but I have cut the other tree out and basically I've used all the same colouring. So to save us time, folks, I think that will be enough. Okay, so we now have 5 trees cut. Oh look, put that away. Right. Now while we've got that out, how about, as I said, we're going to use the other one we already had. How about we just cut our, where's our, over here I have these. Okay. Now I've already done a car, so just because I knew that was going to take a bit of time to do all that, so I should be having that one I can do, but the others, because I've added the tops to them, I can't. So actually I will just cut them by hand. It's faster. So I already have stamped out, as you can see, the cars on there. I have made a car for my inside already by stamping that out, and I've stamped those out, so I'm just going to quickly cut them by hand. Let me put this down. Okay, now for the tree, what I found was by using some of your scrap, I measured halfway up the tree, so about that much, which is 1, 2, 3, just under 3, about, I would say 2.5, so 10, 12.5, yeah, 2.5, and we'll layer our trees, and this will make it easier, and because we're going to use them to lift them, we're going to use these as well. So if we start, because the bottom one was very flat, Okay, so we'll just pop him on there with a little bit of glue. Okay, just put a little bit of glue on the bottom of that and put him on. Okay, and we'll do the same with the other tree. How easy is this? Now the next one is we put the next layer is going to here. So I want that picked up higher. So I don't want to use tear and tape because I want to pick it up. So now I'm just trying to work out, did I use? Let me have a look. I think I did that there and I pulled that over, okay? And I put the wrong piece on. It's this one. Okay, so I can do, the problem is because I didn't make it big and wide on the back, you've got to be careful. So I think the trick might be to cut these next ones in half, and if you use your pick tool they'll be easier to lift up, and I can just put one there because they can't, you don't want them sticking onto your, coming out the outside of the card, because I don't know if you can see that. Right, so that's my tag and you can't see them, so they're not landing on here. So get those off. So it's layer upon layer, it's like an ice cream. I was trying to think of something easy to make for dinner, and my husband was saying that we've been eating too much. We went to the movies last night and we ate some chippies, and they had fried cauliflower, which was really nice. So we had that because the kids were away, and while the kids are away, so that this one will fit in nicely there. So you can see it's layering up higher, and we can have a normal size one there. Okay, so there, and again that we're just going to cover that. Alright, and then the top one is going there. So we can actually cut this down a little bit now. And actually I'm going to do it like this because we only need one on here. As long as you can't see it at the back, as long as you don't see it coming through the back here, it's not going to affect it. And then we put, whoop, and then we put the top of the tree on like that. So let's be quick with this one. So get it on there, and these are the two half ones. Oh, you can't see it, I'm so sorry, we got that there. What a goose. You can do quite a big one there. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the other piece? Okay, so I haven't dropped it anywhere. We're just going to alligate that up, and that's fine. I'll just do it up a bit. And we'll just have one tree's a little smaller than the other. We'll just pop it up on the back. My words are adjust, and I bet you I find it after I stop, don't move it around, I'll find it. Okay. So this one goes on here. And we've got our 2 trees. Oh, we've got them right. Maybe I didn't make the second cut there. Alright. Now, what I need to do is I've used the metallic enamels. So if we just put those on now, right, and we've got a little silver, and we want them to just dry a little bit. So we're just going to just do a little bit like that. And on this. Can you see me? Yep. Alright. And then with the gold, some metallic copper, which is really cute. We're just going to put a couple of little drops around, like decorations. Alright, I'll do the same. And we're going to set them aside while we get everything else done, because they need to dry before they can go. Okay, so I'm going to lift them up carefully. A lot of work for a card. I'm going to lift them up and pop them up over out of the road there, so I don't put a couple of times I put my fingers on and a couple of them got mangled, so it's normal in my life. Oh, they had that keep having packages and deals going on all the time, and now they've got something more on sale, which I'll have to look on, and I'll put it onto the site later. But I've been really busy today. I've had my actual great-granddaughter, and I went up, I took my boys up to my son's place in Cockatoo, because he was pulling down this massive tree. It was quite dangerous, and he didn't want it to come into his bedroom. Like the last storm they had up there, he moved them all into the lounge room because it was a bit scary. Because the time before that, they had a living around what are they called? Pine trees can be dangerous, because the ones that fall are basically just about the size of a normal tree we'd have in our backyard here. So, okay, so we've got those. Now we have stamped out with the double stamping, which what I will do is show you now. This is quite cute. So we used the momentum and a real red for this, and I'm going to pop up this. So we used the car in the black first, alright, and then we did the swirl, which I'm just going to stick on the back because I'll just turn it when I'm ready. So I'll stand that up, and a couple of little wheels, one little wheel, we did racy wheels. Okay, so I'll just stand that here, and that's all I need for the car. So let me find, I'm just going to put it on another envelope because as I've said, I've already cut the card to go in here. We've got our presents, so we've got our 2 trees ready, we've got our presents cut out ready and stamped. So if we stamp this last card on the envelope, and that way I can show you this double stamping. So first of all, with the outline, so that's a polymer, and you do it there. Now for this, you've got to put it on your soft mat so that when you push down it goes through. This is the envelope, and I'm just going to do this first in black. Okay. Now, did I put it again on the back of the card? I didn't. I just put a saying. So we'll stamp that out as well, I think. Right, now I'm going to turn it around. Take this out of the road for a minute. Get that in the real red. And look where your car is. and you can't see me. Sorry about that, I keep leaning down. Alright, line that up. And look at that, that's a nice real red. I'm just going to pick this up and clean it as well. I'm just cleaning them both. Alright. And where's my stamp set? Come out and play. Really? Oh my goodness. Takes me 2 seconds, and here it is here. I put it in the drawer. So I'll just pop that back on in the car. And let's get the, shut that up. So you can see I stamped with here. I did the, not on this one, on the Merriest. I stamped out the little presents, and I added the little bows to the top. So if you're going to use the die, you should stamp those out first, stamp those out, and then put the bow on it. But because I'm not doing it on the card where you won't see it, it didn't do it. So I'm also going to use those. So first of all, I'll just do my wheel. I don't think they've got enough ink. There you go, look at that. That's our racy car. And so we've got 2 of those we had to do. Right, put that away. And I will be putting that away straight away. Look how tiny that is. Now one of the next things I need to do in here is I did do the little, see these little Christmas balls? I had them on the back of the card, on the back here. And I did the saying. So I'm just going to pop those, and I did that in Mossy Meadow because I very much like Mossy Meadow. Alright, so we've just got everything ready now, and that's a good thing. I need that back. I've already pulled that away. So I want the back of the card. So what I will show you, this is basic grey, and it's 8.2 and a bit by 8.2, it's 8 and 1/8, which is two little marks over the 8, and this is 5.5, and we're going to score it if you've got your scoring machine up, and I've got no room to put this on the table, so I'm just going to do this. Pop that out of the road, move those over, get my bone folder and bring it down, and then I'm going to bring this back till I can get it right on the corner. Hold the mouth correctly, just finger press, double check it's all lined up properly, it's not hanging over at all anywhere. Can you see that? So push it till you've got it, hold it, and then give it a bone fold down, and that's our pieces. So with the my instructions have got it. Let me get my instructions. Oh, I did have another envelope there, but it doesn't matter. Where I put my card piece for the inside. I thought I had it. Alright, so I've got so many things on this bench for this card. It is actually, I thought I was doing an easy one, and of course I'm not. So I need to grab a piece of white over here and a trimmer. And the back of the card is with my notes. Here it is. So I've got basic grey 5.5 by 8.25, scored 5.5 and 2 1/16. So the 1/16 is very narrow, so sometimes it's easier to just fold this one down. I've got Winter Meadow, and I'm using the Smoky Slate and I've cut a sheet. So I've got 1, 2, and a third piece there. Okay, so they are 5 1/4 by 1 7/8 times 2, and 4 by 5 1/4. And got scraps for the trees and the cars, and then we've got the water fluid paper and basic grey, and the back. So the back of the card is, if we were 5 1/2, we're 5 1/4. Turn this around. I do it just under 4. Okay. I just do it under 4 by 5 1/4. So the card's 5 1/2. So if we go 5 1/2 would be really matching. So 5 1/4 and about a pinch over if you want it. I normally stick to 5 1/4 to be honest. Right, and keep your scraps because they're really good for all your tags again. So not that one. That's not really good enough for that. Okay, so alright, and so on this one we are stamping in Mossy Meadow. Let me just double check the back. Mossy Meadow, both of them. Okay, and that's why I had Mossy Meadow out in the beginning. Now you see my method and my madness. I want to do a simple card, please. I want to do a simple card. I have noticed there is a this set that I got, and it's not really Australian, but it's nice for the kids. So I thought I might do something in this music jamboree next time if anyone's interested in watching that. Or got any ideas what you'd like? I'd love you to join my my Annette Falconer Independent Demonstrator page here. You can get stuff off my shop if you want to put my code and then you get a free gift and a card kit. I can't do a kit with stamping, but I can do a kit with all the anything that I can die cut out. Alright, so, and I want the little wee, they are Christmas little bauble-y things. Like, yeah, put on your tree, see? Just a little nothing. Okay, I think we're ready to assemble. And then we can all sing We'll Be Coming Round the Mountain When She Comes. Yeah, because that's what it feels like, this card. She's a-coming round the mountain. So I will, we've got everything ready. Trees. So I'm going to glue my back. And I put it on the back because I don't want to draw inside the card because it looks too cute. Alright, so that's going to be your mechanism, your Z-fold. Right, and then this will be our back. It fits in there nicely. And I mean, to be honest, you don't look at the back. People want to see the front of the card and see what you've done. Alright, where's our pieces? Here they are. So we do have a little deer on the front, but we do have deer in Australia. I've seen them, but where my son is, all the trees are like this one here on the road. So I have seen a deer there. I don't know why. It was so funny because it was actually right near the road. So in a way, it was actually a little bit scary. Now, obviously, I think that my ban runs out next week, but we are going away, and so I will have to just do a recorded again for next week because I am going up to see my boy for his birthday. in the Gold Coast. He doesn't know, it's a surprise. So in we go with that. This set of DSP, it's called Winter Meadow, and it's number 162133. It was out in the other catalogue, and then it went off, but they brought it back for this Christmas, which is really quite nice because it is a really cool looking thing. Now, see this under here? See how I've got the little square in there? So I have got just a little square. So I fold it, well, I will measure it for you. It is 2 3/4. I'm sure that's what I did there. Yes, they're in quarters. So we're going to fold it in half. Okay. Now, you're going to fold that piece down to the middle. I know it's in grey, but I've tried to do that to match up. See this? And that will be your mechanism. Now we're going to glue on the 2 pieces that haven't joined, but they will meet in the corner of your card. Just concentrate. So we're just going to put glue on there and there. Just get it around and make it not too sticky. Okay, just swirl it all over, but not too much, and let it dry for a sec. Alright, and we've put it in about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom, and we've started with into the corner here. So we're going to push that down on there and right into that corner, and that one on that corner. And now we're going to put it there, and it folds down. And if we just hold it for a minute, count 1, 2, drink a few, 99, 100. Jeez, I went out on the weekend, it was Saturday with my friends. It was one of the girls' 50th birthdays. We had such a ball. We were on this boat. Oh my God, we drank. We did drink. Now what have I done there? I must have caught that. It's meant to catch there and there. So I don't know what I did there. But that doesn't matter because I'm going to pick it up. I do have what's called a glue rubber. Just get my computer out so I can get it because it sits behind here. And I think I might have got a little bit of glue there. So if I use this and I just rub it there, any bit of glue's gone. There's no glue there. Okay? Now, look at that. So now that will pop the car out. Go and laugh at me, I'm such a weirdo. Nancy put the car in. So the car will come to there and then it'll go out. And I'm just making sure I can feel a little bit more sticky in there. So that's it. Yeah, because you cannot have that sticking. I think that's done. Okay, so I am now going to, can you see what I'm doing? I'm putting my car in, so my wheel and my bum. Just give that a couple of seconds. And I'm just going to check his glue on the back, and there's the tiniest little bit of glue. Can you see that little dot? So I'm just going to get the wet one and just dry that off. Oh. So dry a bit of that glue off the bottom there. Put that back on. And we'll let him sit for a minute. See, he's already racing around the mountainside. Alright, now, one of the presents is down on the floor and 2 is up on the car. So again, you know how we had a little bit of leftover paper? So what you can do is put the presents like this onto that, and then we're going to slide that underneath here. Alright, so I'm just going to glue that up a little bit. And we've got one present here, over a bit, and one present there. And under here, can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to slide that right down into there. Maybe I should have done that before I put that the car on, shouldn't I? And I want to put a bit on that. So I might just pull the car off because he's not sitting at the moment. I want the presents to sit on. Alright, just sit there, car. Alright, so now we've got our trees. And where's the original? So one of our trees comes out here. So if you imagine it going down, we want the tree to hide the car. So he's just going in on that corner, trying not to get any of that, what am I saying? So I don't want him to. I think that's right. I'm just going to check on the back. There you go. Right. And I need to put just a little one of these, a half one, in here. Okay, see that under there? Just going to hold that down there, and I've just got one under there. So I'll take the paper off that. I'd like to know if anyone makes this because it was a bit more than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so that's down, and that's going to come here. So now our other tree, I think our dots are set. Oh, look at that. Oh, that one didn't. So we won't be folding this yet. Okay, and that is just going to go in there. So unfortunately we cover our little deer here, but that's okay. And we're going to put this flat down because it doesn't need to be raised. So just glue around there, pop that in. I've got to be careful not to touch our little things. Now I do have somewhere here I have made a couple of little gold stars. And that's in the same die set. It's in the Merriest Trees dies. So I'm just going to put one little dot of glue there and one little dot down there. That's all I need, just what's left on the end of the bottle. And if you use your other end of your pick and tool, it will pick it up and you just get that glue dot. Alright, it's such a handy tool. And then you've got that. So we have coming round the mountain when she comes, yeehaw! And we've got one more present that we're just going to put down here, which is actually going to cover one of those nice dots, isn't it? Oh well, we'll get over that, considering how long it's taken me to do this. I'm sorry. I promise I'll do an easy one next week. Do you believe me? I'm going to try. And look at that. Isn't that cute? We coming round the mountain when she comes. Yeehaw! She's got presents for everyone. Isn't that lovely? We got 2. Now, what you can do, and if I can find, I have some Wink of Stella. And we can make a little bit of, I'll just push a little bit down. Whoop. And we can just put a bit of sparkle on top of our card on those trees. Even though we've got all those other things there, all over our card, to be honest. Now, have a look at that. Can you see that sparkle? Look at that. All that glitter on the card. I can put a little bit more up here. What do you think of that? Well, folks, I hope you like that. I know it was a lot of work, but wacky. Definitely very wacky. But so we've used the, Mossy Meadow, the real red. I've showed you the stamp sets at the beginning. I'd love to see your one. Come on, challenge me. I love it. I get so excited about nothing, don't I? Alright, my folks, nice to meet you again, and I definitely will not see you live next week because I'll be away, but I will the following week because my band will be up on Facebook and I can basically go live in Annette Falconer Independent Demonstrator, and I will try doing it on YouTube and that together. Okay guys, we'll see you live in 2 weeks, but you will see a card for next week. Bye.